What's going on? What's going on? Long time. I've been so busy. Obviously, the last video on here was when I bought the new boat. Since then, we've only been out once on that. I obviously didn't video because we were just getting to grips with, you know, getting used to the thing and whatnot. But since then, we haven't had the weather. It's just been absolutely diabolical. But yeah, so I've just been doing little fiddly bits, personalising the boat. I've had a bit of fiddles with the engine. I replaced the impeller, replaced the thermostat. I want to put a new impeller in the leg as well, but I've booked it into the shop to do that because obviously they take the leg off and I just haven't got the tools and the trolley to hold the leg and whatnot, so I've opted to do that professionally. I've cleaned out the coolant because it's a closed cool system. I flushed it out and put new coolant in and all that kind of stuff. Boat's purring like a kitten, to be honest. It's just those little things I like to, you know, because impellers are supposed to be done annually and I don't know when the guy did it, so I don't want to mess around and be way out where and an impeller goes, you know what I mean? And for the sake of, you know, $100 part, I'd rather be safe than sorry, you know what I mean? That's where we're at in terms of the big ship. This video, I'm going to be going out with, I think my missus' brother, my brother-in-law is going to jump on board with me. We're just going to go out for a little fishing sesh. The weather tomorrow is absolutely mint. So yeah, I'm not going to pass it up, you know what I mean? I've got a couple of marks that I've been given out from, I'm not too sure where I'm going to launch from at the minute. As it goes, it might be Haypoint. So yeah, I'm just going to throw the tinny in out at Haypoint there and see how we go. You know, there's been a lot happening since the last video. Obviously the fuel prices have gone through the roof and all these things are happening. You know, obviously tomorrow there's going to be a mint day and there's been a lot of uproar about how bad the boat ramp access is in Mackay. I'm not sure if a lot of you know, Mackay's got the biggest boat registration per capita and we've got one non-tide dependent boat ramp in Mackay. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, you can either whinge about that or you can whinge about the fuel, but it is what it is. Just get on with life, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, people talk about how high the petrol price is, but it's Australia. Everything's high. You know what I mean? Everything is high. This ain't a lump on my back. That's my ass. Everything's high. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to launch the boat, possibly Haypoint at this point because my missus, her brother are going to be out Serena way. So yeah, we're going to launch out from Serena. Got a couple of marks out there. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Excuse the Roosters jersey. I'm not sure if anyone's seen. I'm not actually a Roosters fan. I'm actually a Rabbitohs fan. And I know a lot of you will be like, oh my God. But a funny story, I was actually with a friend of mine down in Sydney. We were down on Maroubra Beach training. A few of his friends are like the Bra Boys and all them lot. Really nice bunch of fellas. I know there's obviously stories about them back in the day, but in the modern era now, they're actually really nice chaps. But yeah, I'm there. You can imagine they're all side-eyeing me like, what's this guy doing here with a Roosters jersey on, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, in my defense, I didn't realize I was coming here to do this, you know what I mean? I was just visiting my mate in Sydney, but I just wear the Roosters jersey because someone gave it to me. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't support it. I might support the Bunnies, but I'm not Australian anyway, so none of it should matter. But it's etiquette, isn't it? When you're away from home and you're in a place, you have to do the right thing. So next time I'm in Maroubra Beach, I'll wear a Bunnies jersey. Anyway, back to the point of the video. I'll go and get some fuel tonight, do a little bit of what, prepare the tinny, obviously make sure the engine's still ticking over, and pack some food. And it might even be a midnight launch or it might be a 3 a.m. launch because high tide is midnight, but it's like a 6.2 meter tide this weekend, so it's pretty lovely. Like I said, it's going to be a very busy boat ramp, so we got to get it early. Early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse does also get the cheese, so I don't know. So yeah, this is us boat prepping, me and the little fella. Basically just throwing everything out that I don't need. Putting the esky in, chairs in, fishing gear. Leave that. And keeping him safe. This is me setting off now. got everything packed up pretty much. I just gotta throw this food and drink in the esky. Then I've got a half an hour drive now to the boat ramp, and we're done. What a drive. It took me about 40 minutes in the end. But this is Haypoint boat ramp at Haypoint coal terminal. This is where my wife used to work before she became a stay-at-home mum. But yes, obviously a lot of you around the world, you wouldn't know where I live is a big coal mining place, and that's the main export of the region I'm in, and it's big business, believe me, big business. Coal sells for about $750 a ton, so you can imagine they're hauling millions of tons a year. But yeah, this is the ramp. You can't see much of it now because it's quite dark, but the tide is pretty high up. Might just give it a bit of a launch on my own now before my missus' brother gets here, if he is coming. My trailer actually has like a ladder down the middle of it, so I'm not going to be in the water because there's crocs here, of course. But we'll see how we go.
Baby, what you wishing for? Maybe you should wish it more. Maybe the world is yours. Maybe when it rains it pours. I don't know how to wish anymore. I don't know how to wish anymore. What do I wish to get out my face? Might go in my eye. My tears blow my brain. I think Kurt Cobain.
Excited. Bad day on the water for me is still better than a fucking day grafted in the sun, working my 2 jobs, keeping the family happy. Exciting times. So yeah, this is us, YouTube. This is my brother-in-law, Matt.
Nice.
Well, we're pretty stoked, to be honest. Matt's just got to town from Brisbane. Yeah, we're just gonna go have a little loop around, have a couple flicks. We might just drop on a point that I got on this sounder, and yeah, we'll see if we get any din-dins.
I can't feel my face. 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 Yeah, I wish you would find your chill, 'cause Lord knows this shit get real. And for this price, you know you kill. Man, it's big wreck, you know the deal. Draco a big dragon, fire hell. Can't save me, man, save yourself. 'Cause I do not need no help. Keep on wishing, keep on wishing, keep on wishing. Yeah, I told that bitch like, oh, baby, what you wishing for? Maybe you should wish it more.
So this is us, just chilling off Haypoint on a little mark here. There's plenty fish on the sounder, but yeah, we're getting bait ripped off the hooks, but no hook action at the minute. But it doesn't really matter if we catch or not. Look where we are as the sun comes up.
I can't feel my face. 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 Fuck, my voice is going up.
Yeah, so as you can tell, we were more focused on the sunrise than actually catching fish. So the first mark was a bit of a flop, but we were still happy nonetheless. Time to move to the next mark.
Gravity is a lie. The world below, the perfect blur. The silence sharp, the air is cold. This is where the dream begins. So I can't stop losing ground, losing ground. So I can't stop. Following the moon, following the moon. I'm soaring higher, higher, burning up this perfect fire. I'm soaring higher, higher. Yeah, I'm rising from the wire.
I said, just lift him straight in.
Yeah, so as you saw there, we got a bit of joy. We stayed in that spot for a few hours. We were getting bites and big, you know, action. We even saw a big croc on the sound. I didn't get to video it, but you could see the actual outline of the croc. It was pretty surreal. But yeah, we just dotted around, moved to a few different marks. I think we tried out 5 marks in total. Other than that, we were just enjoying each other's company, out on the water, having a good laugh, having a couple of beers. Really, really great time.
Losing ground, so I can't stop.